Ladies and gentlemen, the program now continues with an exciting announcement from CEO and founder of Emerald Asset Management, Joe Besecker.
Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Joe Besecker. I've been coming to this function with my team for at least 8 years. And as an investment advisor that manages over $6 billion, we do a lot of these. And I can honestly say to my friend Mike Moe and to Deborah, there's nothing like this that happens in the world today. I'd like to give them a big round of applause. Thank you. Now, you may wonder why an investment advisor who looks for opportunities here is up here to talk to you today, but it's a new thing that I found right here last year on the 19th floor, a way to use STEM through the use of esports to connect with kids, and we're building with the Samueli Foundation a thing called NASIF, the North American Scholastic Esports Federation, and we're wrapping a curriculum around that and reaching kids. 91% of kids have a high interest in esports, and one of the things I want to do is show you a video which will really explain why a business person would be interested in this. So if I can show the video, please.
Let's talk a little bit about that. I mean, what is it, from your perspective, that is causing us to be in this place where the economy is growing, but for the last 30 years, Americans really haven't seen the wage gains that they'd like to see. Could you just lay out, not in any way to take responsibility at the Fed solely yourself, but what is driving that?
You know, it's the stagnation of middle-class incomes, the relatively low mobility that we have, the disappointing level of wages over a long period of time. It's all of a piece, and it all does go to that. And I think the causes of these things are really deep. It's not something we can address really successfully over time with monetary policy, as you say. So I mean, I think
what are those deep causes?
So I think you know, part of it is, in our case, in the case of the United States, stagnation of educational achievement, the leveling out of educational attainment.
Bill. So you can't get a stronger message from thought leaders, the chairman of the Fed, the Senate subcommittee. These are people that understand that what you're doing, what's happening in this world, is the problem of stagnation of education. And until we change that, so the other night Michael was speaking, and your hero was speaking, and you used his quote. Yeah, well, go ahead. You can tell him what his quote was if you remember. Go ahead. He said that you can't, to fix STEM, you have to get to the root. So what we're trying to do, and if you look at this chart, and we're coming on, I believe, at 2:30, and then after that in a workshop, we're going to explain our opportunity that exists with NASIF, and we build a curriculum not only for players, but organizers, entrepreneurs, content creators, and strategists, and reaching kids, the 91% of kids that really have a strong affinity to sports, and building a curriculum around that. It's a long story. They gave me 90 seconds. And I just want to say that Mark Twain once said he was rarely able to spot an opportunity until it ceased to be one. Don't be like Mark Twain. Come see what this is about. I think you'll be very impressed. To me, who's been coming for years, this is the biggest, most important thing that I've seen, not only here, but elsewhere. So I hope you can join us. Thank you.
Thank you. So Joe tricked me to get out here, but again, thank you so much for being here. It's been an incredible couple days, and we're looking forward to finishing with a bang with our lunch program today, this afternoon, and then of course this evening. We're also opening up registration for next year right now, so next year's summit, mark your calendars now, register today. It'll be March 30th through April 1st. And again, we just feel very privileged to be able to be at this event with you and to host it. Also, just to make a point, because I do think this afternoon, we purposely made this afternoon's program extremely rich. And so I've got a 2:30 interview with John Fallon at Seaport H. We've got Bill Milliken, who's going to be doing an interview, I think roughly that same time. At 3:30, I'm doing an interview with Jonathan Rosenberg and Alan Eagle, who wrote The $1 Trillion Coach about Bill Campbell 3 years ago. Bill passed away the day this conference started, but his story and his influence in Silicon Valley is truly remarkable. He was the person that was the coach to Steve Jobs, to Eric Schmidt, to Jeff Bezos, and you don't want to miss that. And then we've got Deborah doing an interview with Common and Saul Khan at 4:30. And then this evening, of course, we have Jeffrey Canada as well as Prime Minister Tony Blair. So, in any event, register now. Again, thank you for coming, and we'll see you this afternoon next year. Thank you.